Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the HT Physio Quick Tips series. My name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio from HT Physio in Farnham, Surrey. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about a simple test that you can do to check whether or not you've got tennis elbow. Now, tennis elbow is a really common complaint, and it tends to affect the elbow on the outside. So if you're standing with your arm by your side and you press the outside of it, that's often where it hurts, right on that bone there. Now, tennis elbow often starts not necessarily after playing tennis, but after doing repetitive arm movements. So think DIY, turning a screwdriver, hammering in some nails. That's often the time when people come to see us about tennis elbow, after they've had a long period of DIY and the next day they wake up and their elbow is killing them. Now, this might surprise you, but tennis elbow is not actually an elbow condition at all. It's actually more of a wrist condition. Okay, let me explain why. So the muscles that control our elbow are up here in the arm. Okay, so we're not too worried about them. But the muscles that control our wrist are down in the forearm, and they actually attach right onto that point where you get sore with tennis elbow. So turning a screwdriver lots of times, which is a wrist motion, if you do that over and over and over again against resistance, if you're not used to it, that can really inflame the forearm muscles, the wrist muscles, and then on the attachment where they attach onto the bone, that is why you start to get pain there, because the tendon that attaches those wrist muscles to your elbow bone becomes inflamed and very sore. Now, for most people, tennis elbow will disappear within a few days. If it's just because you did some DIY, if you stop doing that DIY, it should go away as well. But for some people, it persists on and on and on. Now, for those people, we can often help, but the first step is working out whether it actually is tennis elbow at all. So here is a quick way to realize if your problem is tennis elbow or not. So let's say that you've got pain on your right elbow, okay, and you're trying to work out if it's tennis elbow. What you would do to find out is you would take your arm, you put it up in the air like this, okay, out in front of you. The next thing you would do is you would drop your wrist down like that, so your wrist is going down away from you. The next thing you would do is you would turn your wrist like this. So imagine you're looking at your wristwatch, okay? Now, we're going to use our left hand, the other hand. We're going to keep our elbow straight on the right side, and we're going to put our left hand around the fingers of our right hand, and we're going to gently pull them back. Now, if you start to get some pain on the right elbow there, as you do this, chances are you probably do have a bit of tennis elbow going on. But the ultimate test is taking your middle finger on the right hand and trying to push it into your left hand. So you're trying to do that motion, okay? Trying to push your middle finger into your left hand. So do it gently to start with, but if you have tennis elbow, as soon as you start to push with that middle digit into your left hand, you should start to feel the pain up in the elbow on the right hand side, and we would call that a positive test. Anyway, I hope that's made sense. That's a really quick test you can do at home if you're not quite sure whether you've got tennis elbow. Obviously, self-diagnosing injuries isn't advisable over the long term, so this would just be a way of checking whether you need to go and get some help from a doctor or a physio. If you do have tennis elbow, there's often things we can do, and some of those things are revealed in my book, Thriving Beyond 50, which you can pick up from Amazon using the link below this video. The other thing you can do if you're in the Farnham or Surrey area is you can get in contact with us at HT Physio for an appointment, and we should be able to get that problem sorted for you very quickly. The details to do that, if you want to, are below this video, so have a look at that. But otherwise, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next video.